Stay with it, people. And up, please. That's okay, but don't take a break yet. We are burning fat at a very fast rate now. So let's stay with it. Take it for a jog. Let's go. And forward and back. Come on. How are we doing back there? Yeah? All right, keep it going, keep it going. Keep it going. We'll be back with floor work.
Whether it's your first.
Welcome back to the floor work segment. We're here at McKenna Beach in front of the Maui Prince. You guys all gonna join me, yes? What's your name, quick?
Kyle.
Kyle, take a seat on the floor. You're doing abdominals. Come on. Okay. Lift and down again. Exhale and release. Exhale and release. Exhale and release. Exhale and release. 4 more. 1. Lift it up. And 3. Now 3 counts up. 4th comes down. 1, 2, 3. And again. Up. 2, 3. Again. How many more do we have left? Okay. Lift. Now we're shifting the work into the obliques. And 2. And 3. And last time. And 4. Turn it over to the other side. Ready, begin. Up and down. Exhale and release. Exhale, release. Good work. Exhale it up, inhale down. Squeeze, give me 4 more times. 4. And 3. And this is 2. And this is the last time. And hold it. Real good. Take it back to the center. Get the head center and down. Lift up, turn to the right. There you go. Center and down. Lift. Turn, center and down. Break there in the middle. It's okay for you to take a break. As long as you come right back into this move, as soon as you feel ready. Come on, push yourself just a little bit. Okay, this set right here is for me. This one is for you. And this last one is for you and for me. Come on, up and turn, center and down. Bring the knees into the chest, good work. Stretch it out for a second. And let's take it over to the left. Last time and hold it. Bring it in, stretch it out. Let's take it over to the other side. Quick, 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 no time to waste. Every minute counts. Let's go. Ready, begin. Lift it up and down, up and down, up and down. Up 8 more times. Here's 1. Once again, remember the lower leg is ahead of the thigh. So you always have the lower part of your leg ahead of the upper part of the leg. That way you can work the buttocks and the outer thigh. Let's go. Now in 3 counts. Take it up, 2, 3, release it on 4. Again, up, 2, 3, release it on 4. Count it up, 2, 3, release it on 4. Again, up, 2, 3, release on 4. Let's do 4 more of these. And then don't forget to extend the leg all the way out and back down. And we will be back with a stretch. We're gonna work through the break. And I hope you're gonna do the same.
As a professional athlete,
Starting gate to the finish line. Recap.
I'm fragile marine environment. Oceans join me in protecting and preserving our water resources.
And down, and up, and down. Good work.
He was one of the original founders of the group in 1970 and was its first president. This is Dennis Michael with the Hollywood Minute.
CNN International.
Where did he go? There he is. Go get him. Go get him. Keep your cross-training workout moving with LA Gear Muscle 3/4 and the Bodies in Motion team.
Bodies in Motion was taped at McKenna Resort Maui Prince Hotel, a spectacular Hawaiian vacation land. The Maui Prince Hotel offers the sports holiday package for the active traveler.
Body Shapers, I'm Kiana.
I'm Rick.
If you feel any strain, stop immediately and consult your physician.
Morning, Tom. How's the taxi business? How's the bridge business? One more day like this, I'll own the bridge. Hey, Joe! Hey, Early. You driving nights?
Yeah, last night this week. Check the carburetor, will you?
How are the folks?
They're okay.
Oh, say, Sam Leader was asking for you.
Oh? Hey, anybody seen Sam Leader?
Over there.
Sam?
What?
You looking for me?
We got it.
Got what?
This. It's old McQuaid's. He's selling. All he's asking is $8,000. You know, the medallion goes with the cab. We chip in $4,000 apiece. We got a business. What's the matter?
Nothing.
Don't you like it?
No, looks fine, looks fine.
Well, what's the matter?
12 years we've been saving and waiting.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah. I'll be over Sunday. McQuaid wants $1,000 down.
500 from you and 500 from me, huh?
Yeah. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Be over Sunday.
Sunday.
Morning, Mr. Woolley. Just getting home from work, huh? You didn't see by any chance my cat, Angelo? You know, the pink one?
No.
He's a tramp. I feed him, pleasure he gives somebody else. I saw Janie last night coming home late with the fellow with the eyeglasses. Angelo! Is that you, Tom?
We will return to the romance of Helen Trent in just a moment.
I didn't beat the dawn.
I didn't sleep so good myself.
If I beat the dawn, I can get some sleep. But now look at that light coming in.
Well, we're one of them things like what's-his-name who works nights. Over your eyes, you know.
Clear out to Idlewild, this fair wanted me to go. So I says, look, I work uptown. So he says, so what, you're a cab driver, ain't you?
So?
So I said, maybe I am, but you can get yourself many a hack that's going your way. So he said he was going to call a cop, and I told him to go ahead.
So?
So I drove to Idlewild, and then broke the back of the night. Anyway, it's my last day of working nights.
Look at that ice, caked solid.
No new contrivances in this house till after I have my own hack.
I didn't say nothing about a new ice box.
Hello, Pop. Who's in the bathroom?
Your Uncle Jack?
No.
Eddie up yet?
Yeah, he's up.
I heard you coming home late last night. You were where?
With Ralph. We went to see Father Murphy.
Father Murphy now?
Ma?
Yeah.
Ma? Ralph and I are getting married.
Well, Jane, that's very nice.
Well, what finally decided this was Ralph's got this friend, you know, in California, but his wife's pregnant, so he asked Ralph if he knew somebody who could drive his car out for him, because he can't drive it out himself, you know, because his wife's pregnant, so Ralph thought quickly and decided we could make a nice honeymoon out of a nice trip to California like that.
Tom, your daughter's getting married.
I'm not deaf, Aggie. Jane, that's very nice.
Well, anyway, Ralph finishes his school term on November 3rd. That's tomorrow, and that's just 3 weeks before he starts the winter session. He's teaching the regular winter session this year, so we decided, both of us, that November 6th was just perfect. So did Father Murphy, and he's announcing the bands this Sunday at Mass and got us a dispensation. We'll have to invite his father and mother for dinner.
Father Murphy's?
No, Ralph's. Mr. and Mrs.
Oh,
Holland.
yeah.
Give me the salt and pepper.
I know it's kind of short notice, Mom, but how about tonight? Could we have them over for dinner tonight?
Well, it's Friday. I'm going to the fish market anyway.
Tonight all right with you, Pa?
Huh? Oh, it's
Tonight's
fine.
all right?
Fine with me, Jane.
I'm sure in the bathroom.
All right, Jack.
Listen, I'll call Ralph and have him bring him over around 7. And, Ma, don't go to any extra trouble, you know? Just fish and potatoes like we always have on Friday night. In fact, one thing I'd like to get straight right now, there's not going to be no big wedding. Just a plain, simple ceremony.
That's the best way, Jane.
No wedding reception, no nothing. Because I want to get an early start for California. The whole thing will only take about 10 minutes.
That's the best way of all, Jane.
No wedding reception, no nothing.
All the fuss and feathers that goes on with all these big weddings. My cousin John told me it cost him $3,000 to give his daughter Caroline her wedding.
Well, Jane, if it's a small wedding you want, that's what you'll have.
$3,000 for a wedding breakfast. Well, it's enough to chill your blood.
If we want to take advantage of this honeymoon in the car, we have to get married by November 6th, next Tuesday.
Well, Jane, that's very sensible of you. Anyway, your pa and me thought we'd give you a check for $500.
500?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Tom. Your one living daughter's getting married. Cost you more than $500 if she wanted a reception party.
Well, I didn't say no. We always said we give the kid a check, but we never specified no figure.
Please, We don't want no checks. We just want to get married. So November 6th at St. Augustine's, just you two and Eddie and Ralph's mother and father, and I'll ask Alice. Because I was her maid of honor, and the whole thing will take about 10 minutes.
You'll have to ask your Uncle Jack.
Now, if we ask Uncle Jack, then we have to invite Uncle Harry and Aunt Teresa.
But he lives right here in the house with us.
Ma, just the immediate families. I'd like to ask Uncle Jack, but if we do, the others all be mad.
Yes, suppose you're right. If you ask one, you're stuck with a bundle, and that means having a big party. But you better let me tell him. Jack's a touchy man.
Going to bed. Jane,
I'll see you tonight, Pa.
yeah. Good night.
Jane,
Eddie ought to be here for dinner tonight. Hope he hasn't got a date or anything.
Jane, it's a big thing getting married.
What?
I said it's a big thing getting married to somebody.
Well, sure it is.
You got to prepare for it.
What do you mean, prepare?
Well, I was just saying marriage isn't all roses, you know.
Well, who on earth ever said it was?
You got to look before you leap.
Look, Ma, I've known Ralph 3 years, and
Well, I wasn't saying you didn't know him all right. I was just saying that marriage is a big thing like some girls don't know nowadays. And you got to make sacrifices. And when the children start coming, you got to put them first ahead of everybody.
I know, Ma.
Oh, and you can't go throwing money around. I hope you got more in your pa and me, but if you don't go throwing it around.
No, Ma.
And then one day you'll find out a lot of time's gone by. And you'll wake up knowing this is the way it's always going to be. Just like this. Day after day, year after year. Just the same. And that's why being married's such a big thing.
Ma, the same thing over and over?
But what's wrong with that? What do you expect, a bed of roses?
Ma, I'm only saying what you said.
And don't get married thinking it's only a good time. It's not a bad time, but it's not a good time. Living all your life with one man and struggling to raise the children decent. Oh, well, don't go running around, staying out late night in bars, like so many do nowadays.
Ralph and me like staying home.
Oh, and mind your temper. Don't let nothing get you down, no matter what. You got to give and take.
Well, Ma, those are all the things you don't do, but what do you do? I mean, what do you do when you're married?
Well, what do you mean, what do you do? You're married, that's what you do.
No, but isn't there anything else besides not doing this and that?
Like what?
Well, like loving somebody.
Well, of course there is, but don't think it's going to be any bed of roses.
I know, Ma.
And I know you've known Ralph for quite a time, and being married, well, being married's different from when I was a girl. Us not knowing about things in advance, you know.
Things in advance?
Yeah.
Oh, Ma, that.
Well, it's important.
Well, sure it is. They call it compatibility.
Well, I don't care what they call it, but just you remember, it's not the whole thing. Like so many kids nowadays seem to think, which is why there's this trouble all the time, marrying and divorcing.
Well, Ma, honestly, Ralph and me are not going to have any trouble that way.
Oh.
I mean, we're both grown up
and I think it's nice you're so sensible, except that after a while it's just not that important or anything. Oh, Eddie, your sister's marrying Ralph.
Well, that's good.
Is that all you got to say?
Congratulations.
Eddie, your sister's marrying Ralph.
I heard you. That's what she said. She's got him so good.
I never seen less family spirit.
So who's got spirit? I got nothing. Next month, Fort Dix, then the Army's got nothing.
Well, as long as you live here in...
Eddie, Ralph's family's coming over for dinner tonight, and you got to be here to meet his family.
I told the guys I'd see him early.
You be here.
See, I've got no rights.
Well, I gotta go. Oh, Ma, will you talk to Uncle Jack? You'll explain it to him?
Yeah, I'll talk to him. Jane.
Yes, Ma?
Well, it's a big thing you're doing.
I'm late.
Well, Jane's getting married at last. I can't say anything. The first one to be married. Be nice for Jane being settled with Ralph and raising her own family. I wish we could give her a real wedding. But she's got a good head on her shoulders. I was talking to her just now, you know, about being married. She's got some funny ideas, most girls do. But I talked sense to her. I told her what it was like. What it was like being married. Well, Jack, would you like to hear some news? What you doing to yourself?
I'm counting the beats of my heart.
Oh, that you're as healthy as anybody.
It's a fast and steady beat. And the blood pressure's gone up. I can feel it pounding. My cousin Timothy passed over from the very same thing. 2 years younger than me he was, and a man of iron, they say. Do you know, I think I'll drop in and see the doctor.
Jane's getting married at last to Ralph Halloran.
Ah, that's great news. That's great news. Where is she now? In the kitchen?
She just now went to work.
Well, this is a day I thought I'd never live to see. Is it the fellow with the glasses?
The same. She's having the banns announced at Sunday Mass. With the wedding on the 6th, next Tuesday.
We'll give them a party like none other. We'll put a barrel of beer in the kitchen and we'll pile the rooms high with cousins, uncles and aunts.
Jack, tie your shoe before you trip and fall.
Say, Aggie, why don't you rent a hall the way John did with his Caroline?
Jack,
and I'll pay for the rent of the hall.
Jack, it's not going to be that way. She's just having a small wedding early in the morning. That's all.
Why is that?
Because that's what she wants. And there are other complications.
So long, Mom.
Don't you be late, Eddie. You see, there's this fella who's got a car, and they're moving to California. But his wife is pregnant.
What's that? Who's pregnant?
The other fella's wife. But the thing is this, Jack. Now, don't be touchy. You know how dear you are to all of us. But if we invite you, we got to invite Michael and Tom and Joe and all the cousins. And before we know it, there'll be hundreds and hundreds. So we decided just the simplest ceremony with only immediate family.
And would I not be considered one of the immediate family?
Well, Jack, you see, it's very important they're married on the 6th because...
I see, then I'm not to be invited to the wedding, huh?
Jack, you can see that if we invite you, we got to invite Tom and Michael and Joe and all of Frank's bunch.
Me coat, I left it around here somewhere.
Oh, Jack, for heaven's sake, we'd love to have you, but you can see what would happen. And tie your shoe. So, the boy's mother and father are coming for dinner, and we wouldn't think not to have you. 7 o'clock it is, so don't be coming home late. Oh, Jack, you know you don't have to be down to the Union Hall till 11 o'clock.
I think I'll call in and see the doctor. I don't feel any too hearty.
We'll be home early. They're coming at 7. Now, don't forget. And, Jack, tie your shoe before you trip and fall.
The eggs you loaned me, they were a lifesaver, Mrs. Hooley.
Thanks for bringing them back.
Have you got a little cup of coffee for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, this varicose vein of mine, they murder. I'm telling you, plain murder. I don't know, maybe I'm getting too old, I know that, but I can't walk, I can't stand up. And, how's your daughter, Janie? She always goes out with that fellow with the glasses?
Married on November the 6th.
Married? Ah, congratulations, Miss...
Me heart's overtaxed today, and I need me beauty sleep.
Jack's just carrying on, that's all.
Carrying on, is it? I should think me last night in this house might be...
Your last night?
Yes, Aggie. I'm moving out tomorrow to find some residence elsewhere. Now, one and all, good night.
Very sorry. Very nice time.
Good night.
Really.
Very nice.
Very nice. Good night, Ralph.
Good night, Mrs. Hurley.
We will return to The Catered Affair on TNT.
Mark your calendar. Next Wednesday, watch Captain Nemo and the Underwater City with Chuck Connors and Robert Ryan on Festival de Estrellas. And on Sunday, Double Trouble with Elvis Presley and Annette Day on Risas y Sonrisas. Lo Bueno, always on TNT. It's a puzzle, a murder mystery with problems from A to Z. When you try to discover who did it, how they did it, and why. But the solution's simple, because TNT's got all the right clues. It's 5 suspense-filled days of love, mystery, and murder, from A to Z. All next week on Festival de Estrellas. Lo Bueno is on TNT.
TNT, Lo Bueno. Saturday on The Man from U.N.C.L.E. It's twice the action, twice the adventure with 2 special episodes. Then, on Sunday, if it's action you want, then action you'll get. If Solo and Eva are on the case. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. This weekend, Lo Bueno is on TNT.
A man searching for desafiar todas as fronteiras conhecidas e experimentar o que seu novo destino lhe reserva. Quais são os valores verdadeiros do ser humano? Quais são os valores de uma cultura?
Of a new culture.
Este mês, fique de olho porque Richard Harris é homem chamado cavalo.
One of our
Nosso filme
favorite
favorito.
movies, Lo Bueno, always on TNT. And now back to The Catered Affair on TNT.
Jane, I've been thinking.
This one's $20 apiece. You see, you get from us the ballroom. Now, if you want hot and cold hors d'oeuvres, liquor, photographers, limousine service, flowers, the orchestra.
Limousine service?
Limousine, great idea.
Nothing at all. And you're as bad as me.
If we're going to the movies, we better get going, huh?
You really want to go?
I don't know. Do you want to go?
Well, if you want to go. Ralph, I think we better go to the movies.
We will return to The Catered Affair on TNT.
Mark your calendar. Next Wednesday, watch Captain Nemo and the Underwater City with Chuck Connors and Robert Ryan on Festival de Estrellas. And on Sunday, Double Trouble with Elvis Presley and Annette Day on Risas y Sonrisas. Lo Bueno, always on TNT.
Turner Network Television.
A man searching for adventure has to survive beyond the frontier to face a new destiny. Which are the true values of humankind? Which are the real values of a new culture? This month, watch Richard Harris as A Man Called Horace. One of our favorite movies, Lo Bueno, always on TNT. It's more than a story about surviving. It's about new beginnings and one family's epic journey across the American frontier. Follow the McKayhans as they carve a new way of life out of the Wild West. How the West was won. Saturdays. Lo Bueno is on TNT. Saturday on The Man from U.N.C.L.E. It's twice the action, twice the adventure with 2 special episodes. Then, on Sunday, if it's action you want, then action you'll get. If Solo and Eva are on the case. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. This weekend, Lo Bueno is on TNT.
I'm standing in front of Cher's new multi-million-dollar home here in Espn, Colorado. Once inside, we're going to talk to Cher and find out a lot of her personal workout routine and check out everything from the bedroom to the bathroom.
She's going to also talk about her ex-husband, Sonny,
Of all the people I've ever been with, she's the person I know the most.
and ex-lover, Rob Camilletti.
At home with Cher.
No próximo show de Oprah Winfrey.
This month on Oprah, Lo Bueno is on TNT. And now, back to The Catered Affair on TNT.
You're up early, Mom. Yeah, I'm going over the guest list, and guess what?
We're in trouble?
I got the list down to 94 for our side. That's a saving of $30. Tom, I saved us $30.
How?
We're inviting 94 people instead of the 100. Our 94 and the Halloran's 100.
Oh, no. Ma.
What?
Ralph told me his mother's inviting about 160 people.
How many?
160.
But I told her there'd be 100 for each of us. I made a big thing yesterday.
160, you say?
Ralph's mad about it, too.
What is 160
Pa, now
times
don't
5?
carry
I'm asking
on.
for a bit of information. What is 160 times 5?
Now, Tom, Ralph must be wrong.
160 times 5 on top of $3,100 all ready to be thrown down the drain on this criminal breakfast we're serving a bunch of strangers.
Now, Tom, relax a minute. I'll call Mrs. Halloran. There must be some mistake.
There's a mistake, all right, Aggie. You're spending every penny I ever put aside, and before you're through, you'll have me up to here in debt.
Maybe we better call the whole thing off.
No, I won't. Anyway, we can't. Ralph must be wrong. Mrs. Halloran, this is Agnes Hurley. Oh, yeah, we're fine. And how are you? Well, that's nice. Look, I was just going over my list, and I was wondering about your list. Oh, sure, I know we won't be inviting the same people, but, how many do you think you'll be asking? 186.
186?
Oh, no, well, I just meant I thought we agreed there'd be 100 for you and 100 for us. Yeah, well, I'll be talking to you. Yeah, goodbye.
Oh, my.
I don't know what to say to your pa. Go fix him some breakfast. Maybe it'll make him more peaceful.
Oh, hello,
Sam.
Agnes.
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right, Jane.
I know how disappointed you were.
Well, I just wanted to do a little something, that was all. Where's your pa now?
Drinking beer with a mean expression on his face.
Well, let him be. Turn out the light, Jane. Go to sleep now. Tomorrow's the biggest day of your whole life. Make it start good.
I will, Ma.
That's the whole trick. Make it start good.
Well, I'm all packed.
I heard you up at dawn, banging around.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep all night long.
I didn't sleep so good myself.
How's Pa feeling?
Well, the way you'd think, considering he drank up all the beer in the icebox. He's still sleeping.
And he really better be getting up soon. It's 9 o'clock, and Father Murphy starts at 10 o'clock on the dot. Eddie? Are you ready?
Taking the southern route or the northern route?
The southern, coming and going.
Yeah.
Because of the winter roads.
Yeah.
You'll be housekeeping yourself soon.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Well, it's not the easiest thing day after day, but you'll get used to it, like everything else.
I'm so jumpy. I don't know why. There's no reason at all.
Well, I should hope a girl on her wedding day should be a little jumpy. That's nothing to be ashamed of. It's funny. We was never alone. Your pa and me was never alone together from that first day we was married.
I know, Ma.
It's a funny thing. There was always so many people around.
I guess you'll miss them.
We never talked together, your pa and me, and all that time we never talked together once.
Ma, sure you did.
I was always minding the kids are doing the housework, and he was out driving the hack all day, and then he'd come home and eat and go to sleep.
Maybe Uncle Jack will move back in again.
No. Nobody's ever moving in again. All alone. Something new, your pa and me together.
You aren't mad at him?
Mad? How could I be mad at what's been my whole life? And will be to the end?
I'm glad. Well, I'll get my bag and put it in the hall.
Well, guess I'll be moving into her room tonight.
Yeah.
Gonna be kind of quiet around here for a change. Uncle Jack and Jane both gone.
Yeah, it'll be quiet.
Then, December 15th, I'm off to Fort Dix.
Well, there's no war, that's a blessing. Not like when Terrence went. Come on, Eddie. Do up your coat tie. Hurry up. Get going.
We better get started, Ma.
I'm ready. What about Pa?
You two go on. I'll wait for your pa.
Ma, don't be late.
Don't worry.
It's 10 sharp, and we can't keep Father Murphy waiting after all he's done. Eddie?
Yeah. What do you think happened to him?
Ralph, just...
Be very happy, Jane. Thanks, Alice. Uncle Jack, where are they? Are they with you?
No. Maybe they're not coming at all after all the fuss that's been made.
Oh, don't be silly, Uncle Jack. Of course they will.
This is Mrs. Rafferty, who'll soon be Mrs. Conlon.
Many happy returns of the day, I'm sure. Same to you, Mrs.
And
Rafferty.
this is Mr. Halligan.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Look at them, the two brides. May and September. Early September.
Mr. Conlon.
Yes, well, we'll get married next month. A simple ceremony. Only immediate family.
Next on TNT, El Gran Cine continues with Silk Stocking with Fred Astaire and Sid Charisse, followed by Green Flag.
They show much.
Look at that. There's almost...
Hi, I'm Tommy Sanders.
Excitement that stands out. NCAA basketball coming at you. Powerhouse teams, sharpshooting players, buzzer-beating action.
He's got time. He's got time.
He hits it at the buzzer.
Oh, what a play.
It's outstanding stuff. NCAA basketball on ESPN International.
Welcome back, John Saunders, along with Jim. Green dishes to Trelawney Owens.
Delícia! Quer ver de novo? La fruta. A fruta que virou picolé. La fruta. Para o na sua locadora. Vai ser fim de semana de longa-metragem.
ESPN International presents Spanish football every Sunday night. Plus a half-hour highlight show, keeping you up to date with all the league's action every Wednesday night. Don't miss a single goal of this world-class sport, Spanish football, every Sunday night, only on ESPN International. Excitement.
It's getting tougher and tougher to find an area of open space these days. This is Paul Newman asking you to help save our vanishing land resources.
Lead is 11, 10:28 to go.
TNT, lo bueno.
Committed to seeing Hussein out of power and again is calling on the people of Iraq to overthrow him. But the Bush administration is ruling out any more use of force. In a written statement, Mr. Bush said Iraq remains a pariah among nations because of its leader.
We have
a conference on getting aid to the former Soviet Union. National Security Advisor Brent...
Live, top-ranked boxing on ESPN International. A place where fighters have stepped into the ring as unknowns, made the right connections, and emerged as champions.
You gotta knock them out to win this, all right?
Budweiser presents the best fight in town, top-ranked boxing, live on ESPN International. Get pumped. Get fit. Get the most out of life with ESPN's Midday Workout. We're your ticket to better health and fitness. Start with Getting Fit with Denise Austin. Then Body by Jake pumps you up. Bodies in Motion always keeps you on the move. And put on the finishing touches with Body Shaping. Get fit. Get going. Get a Midday Workout on ESPN International.
A limit. We go to...
This is CNN Headline News.
And then international. Imagine a time when passengers...
Do they have enough?
A silver lining in the recession. Consumer prices were up 0.3%, making the increase for all of last year 3.1%.
Are viewed as more promising for investment than the southern tier, Armenia, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan.
which are poor and subject to ethnic and religious strife. Some companies are investing to get a head start and freeze out the competition.
I think it's very plausible for Western companies to...
has rushed in where angels fear to tread. Just after the Soviet coup in August, Coca-Cola opened its third office in the former Soviet Union. Laura Ron, CNN Business News, London.
This is CNN Headline News.
When Operation Desert Storm began 1 year ago, the United States and its allies were determined to destroy...
of Iraq shows what the government has done to help solve food shortages. This land south of Baghdad was never planted before the embargo. The government offered good profits this season. At this government feed mill, corn growers are lined up for more than a mile to sell their corn to the state.
One of the best jobs in Iraq is to be a farmer.
A year has passed since several Westerners were used as human shields in Iraq, but freedom and the passage of time have done little to relieve their suffering.
Let's face it, the odds are against it, but they got that kind of a ball club. Dean Smith, the last one to do it in the ACC. The shot at the buzzer gets it to a 90-79 win for the North Carolina Tar Heels. So much the same as last year, the Tar Heels trailed here at halftime. They tonight from Winston-Salem, Chris Fowler and Bill Raftery are standing by.
All right, John and Jim, thanks very much. So after the early loss at home to Florida State in the East.
Noticiero Telemundo CNN con Jorge Gestoso.
Muy buenas noches, les habla Lianne Melendez. Mi compañero Jorge Gestoso sigue en asignación especial. Hoy fue un día histórico, justamente al cumplirse el primer aniversario del comienzo de una guerra, la del Golfo Pérsico, termina otra en Centroamérica, impulsado por...
An enormous amount of the Earth's resources are consumed at businesses. We throw away enough office paper yearly to build a wall 12 feet high, stretching from New York to Los Angeles. Hi, I'm Jan Stevenson, helping ESPN remind you to set up a recycling program in your office. Not only will you be helping save our natural resources, you could also save your company some money. Remember, you can make a world of difference.
International.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Houston from...
Want to remind you, we've got an excellent matchup in women's basketball.
Marchas, misas, música y baile. Con sus bocinas estallaron miles de petardos y una cadena nacional de emisoras de radio transmitió el himno a la alegría de Beethoven. Pero como nos informa Mauricio Funes desde...
There's a world of sports entertainment for you on ESPN International. Bringing sports to the world, ESPN International, the source for sport.
En otras informaciones, Miami será sede de la próxima reunión cumbre antidrogas a celebrarse a fines de febrero. El anuncio fue hecho por el presidente de Colombia, César Gaviria, en México. El mandatario adelantó que espera discutir cooperación judicial entre Colombia y Estados Unidos respecto a los narcotraficantes. En la cumbre también participarán Bolivia, Ecuador, México, Perú y Venezuela. Por invitación del secretario...
On TNT. Mark your calendar. Next Wednesday, watch Captain TNT.
is on TNT.
TNT, lo bueno.
It's a puzzle.
Cary Grant and T. Roy Scheider and Leslie Ann Warren face an international thief organization in Assignment Munich. Tomorrow on El Gran Cine, Lo Bueno is on TNT.
When this beautiful ballerina and this handsome cowboy get together, it's magic. Dan Daly and Sid Charisse in Meet Me in Las Vegas. Anything for love on Encuentros Románticos. Tomorrow, Lo Bueno is on TNT.
Muestra hoy signos de haber afectado la campaña electoral de 1992.
Yo puedo decir sin duda que no vale la pena. Y yo creo
económica, según los analistas, era solo de esperar que se desvanecieran los éxitos de la guerra. En Washington, Marlene Fernández, Telemundo, CNN.
En Irak, la guerra dejó muerte, destrucción y privaciones, cambiando el destino de millones de iraquíes, quienes hoy piden que se levante el embargo económico y comercial contra Irak para que así puedan rehacer sus vidas.
Uma mulher bonita, misteriosa, vivendo maravilhoso sonho. Cinderela em Paris. Musical inesquecível. Com Audrey Hepburn e Fred Astaire. Janeiro, na TVA Filmes.
And America's Top 10 continues.
At first I was skeptical, but it really is a better way to work the abdominals.
Everybody's last year's champion is fifth this time, but he's greeted like a winner by a young lady named Dina, whose last name also happens to be Mears. Gordon Johncock drove to fourth.
So there you have it. Two men riding into victory circle together. That hasn't happened since the days of the Righty Mechanics. But of course, only JR's name went down in the record books as the winner and the only man to win the 500 twice from the pole position.
Bob, Tim Richmond certainly was a winner in his own right. His 9th place finish that year locked up Rookie of the Year honors for him. And speaking of first-year drivers, Don and Bill Whittington became the first pair of brothers to race together at Indianapolis as rookies. But of all those rookies in 1980, none has competed in the Indianapolis 500 more than 5 times.
We told you of two men who came from the back to finish second and third. 1980 Indianapolis 500. We hope you'll be with us for another Legends of the Brickyard.
ESPN, líder americana na transmissão de esportes, está agora disponível para audiências em todo o mundo. No passar dos anos, ESPN ficou conhecida por sua ampla diversidade e sua extensiva cobertura dos maiores e melhores eventos esportivos, dos quais podemos destacar hóquei, automobilismo, boxe, futebol americano, golfe, basquete, surf e tênis. Agora, esses programas emocionantes, abrangendo mais de 40 modalidades esportivas, estarão à sua disposição. Isso significa 150 horas por mês de programação original de alta qualidade, ou 1.800 horas por ano. Em muitas localidades, a nossa rede internacional de satélite pode transmitir mais de 15 horas de programação diária durante todo o ano. Se for necessário, poderemos também mandar os programas em vídeo de acordo com suas necessidades específicas. Veremos agora alguns dos melhores esportes que a ESPN pode trazer até você.
Hawaii's world-famous Bonsai Pipeline is the home of the Maury Boogie Bodyboarding Championship. World bodyboarding champion Mike Stewart will take on all challengers in their bid to dethrone him as the defending champion of this event. Hot bodyboarding action from the Hawaiian Islands. Whether on the sand or in the water, the beaches, lakes, and rivers of the world are the sportsman's playground and arena. We've got action sports at their wildest, so hang out with us for an hour and we'll spend a day at the beach.
Welcome back.
Be right back after these messages.
There are some unique obstacles that need to be overcome just to do business in Eastern Europe. Currency convertibility is just one issue. There are also chronic capital shortages. Some countries do not guarantee full rights of private property.
Grass and it's filling up my senses, and the sun is shining down on the blossoms in the avenue. There's a buzzing fly hanging around the bluebells and the daisies. There's a lot more love in you. But in this world, don't go. Don't leave me now. While the sun smiles, stick around, laugh away. And I'll lie warm on the soft sandy beaches, and my toes are submerged in the water, and it feels good. The children playing, building castles on the shoreline, like a painting that we loved alone. It feels so fine. Don't go. Don't leave me now. While the sun smiles, stick around, laugh away. White horses, and they're coming at me at a pace now, and there's a blue Sirocco blowing warm into my face, and the sun is sparkling on the underside of the bridges, and the cars going by with smiles in the windows. There's a black cat lying in the shadow of a gate post, and the black cat keeps telling me to look is on its way. There's a black cat lying in the shadow of a gate post, and the black cat tells me that look is on its way. Don't go. Don't lay down now. While the sun smiles, stick around, laugh away. Stick around, laugh away. Oh, don't go. Don't lay down. While the sun smiles, stick around, laugh away. I hear you coming down, going around at me now, coming near me. You'll never leave now. Don't go. Don't go. Don't lay down. While the sun smiles, stick around, laugh away, yeah, don't go. Don't lay down. While the sun smiles.
uses it.
Maybe this computer's different.
Well, he's got no choice. This company's getting too big not to have computers.
I hear he's working on a new system.
Says he won't let his people work on anything he can't use himself. It's supposed to be easy.
It can't be that hard. My boy uses one in school.
You better do something fast. Getting buried in paperwork.
He got burned once.
Sure looks like he knows what he's doing. I guess he figured it out.
Macintosh has the power to change the way you feel about computers. The power to be your best.
I'll be.
Get ready to see some of the fastest road machines in the world, live on ESPN International. Starting Sunday, February 25th, IMSA GTP Grand Prix Road Racing brings you sports cars of the future, driven at incredible speeds by world-class drivers like 1989 champions Jeff Brabham and John Andretti. European powerhouses like Jaguar, Porsche, and Ferrari compete against the best of the new breeds from North America and Japan in 7 exclusive events. A $6 million total prize package awaits the winners. On Sunday, February 25th, the streets of Miami will be transformed into the Miami Grand Prix. Don't miss the ear-popping action, live on ESPN International. Look for more supercharged action at these IMSA GTP races.
Not only do political systems have to be rebuilt in Eastern Europe, but the ethnic strife and economic chaos these people must endure in transition will...
Budweiser, the king of beers, who reminds you, when you've had too much to drink, please don't drive. Know when to say when. This program comes to you from Washington, D.C. If you would like to comment on today's program, write to It's Your Business, 1615 H Street Northwest, Washington, D.C. 20062. If you'd like a transcript of today's debate, write to the same address. Enclose $2 to cover handling. For a videotape of this program, send a check or money order for $29 for VHS.
Best-loved melodies. Richly orchestrated in Zamfir's all-new 2-record treasury. But remember, this magnificent collection is not sold in stores. Please stay tuned to order.
Use your credit card and save COD charges by calling toll-free 1-800-257-1257.
CNN, a network of Turner Broadcasting System.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Patrick Greenlaw at the CNN Center in Atlanta.
Super Canal é a única televisão dos anos 90 dedicada exclusivamente à música.
Surprise her with a beautiful FTD Secretary's Week bouquet.
Monday on The World Today. It's an institution for learning and expressing ideas. But will freedom of religion silence freedom of speech? An abortion battle on sacred ground. On CNN's The World Today, 6 p.m. Eastern, Monday.
Around the world, more than 100 million people are rallying today for Earth Day. That's the estimate anyway. Concern for the environment is taking many forms as some release butterflies and fly kites, and others try to clean up the pollution choking our world.
Really a symbol of filth and fleas, but it's certainly been cleaned up today. And this is where New York's Earth Day festivities kicked off. A few minutes ago, an Earth-shaped balloon was raised above the crowd on the stage behind me, the symbol of our fragile Earth, and it's hovering about 35 feet above the crowd. Also, a pageant, a costume pageant is about to get underway. People in various costumes of endangered species. There'll be an all-day environmental street fair, and later this afternoon, a huge free outdoor concert in Central Park. Earth Day festivities, of course, are taking place across the country with various symbolic acts. As you said, people planting trees, flying kites in New York. Central Park, they're going to be releasing, children are going to be releasing hundreds of butterflies into the atmosphere. 20 years ago, only about 20 million Americans came out for an informal afternoon of environmental awareness. Today, 20 years later, 140 countries, more than 100 million people are scheduled to be celebrating Earth Day. Even Japan, which has never celebrated Earth Day before, plans on doing so this year. A measure, perhaps, of how far we've come, how green the world has become. I'm Christiana Monpour, reporting live from Times Square in New York.
Christiana Monpour, thank you very much, reporting live from Times Square. We'll be checking in with her and some of her colleagues around the nation.
Issues that hit close to home, from taxes and the federal deficit to crime and punishment.
Make it your business to watch It's Your Business.
Charles
News for the vacationer and the business traveler on CNN Travel Guide with Bella Shaw.
Hello. There are those who swear travel is nothing but fun and games. As Travel Guide discovers, that might not be too far from the mark. A little later on today's program, we look at some new products that add some educational fun to travel. Then we get a sneak preview of Universal Studios before it opens next month. But first, when the Exxon Valdez dumped 11 million gallons of crude oil into Prince William Sound last year, many Alaskans wondered how they would deal with the biggest environmental disaster in U.S. history. And now it's time for the final exam. Bobby Batista reports.
After a long, rough voyage, the charter boats in the Bay of Valdez are carrying tourists again. But the state had no money to offset the reports. So it turned to the company whose tanker caused the catastrophe. Exxon gave $4 million to the state of Alaska for additional advertising and to produce a vacation guide and a promotional video. Now the people of Prince William Sound are counting on travel agents to set the record straight.
We've got to give them facts,
And we've got to give them believable.
It began amidst a swirling construction.
In Philadelphia. And the last time we were there, he said, we're going to pound them in.
Tell an enchanting story. This one's about an American Hawaii cruise. Here she's saying, book your cruise now and you'll also get some free hotel accommodation. And that means you can bring your kids along for just $99. With American Hawaii, you won't miss a thing, including some free hula lessons.
The teams, the players, the coaches. This week in the NBA, tonight 6 Eastern on CNN. Tighten up the back lots. Okay, so they're celebrity lookalikes, but they do a great job of imitating entertainers such as John Wayne, Jimmy Stewart, Pee Wee Herman, and Jake Blues of the Saturday Night Live Blues Brothers. There'll be 20 lookalike actors in all. Those actors are the real thing, while Universal Studios makes sure the adventures never end.
Coming up, tips for travel to East Germany.
Call 1-800-922-MIST for a free 1990 Hot Springs, Arkansas vacation planner.
Lucky dog, lucky dog. I'm a new improved lucky dog. I got a new improved sweatshirt, see? I got a new improved bed.
Yes, I...
Best of all, I got new improved Lucky Dog brand dog food from Purina in the blue bag. It's got the taste of beef, plus chicken, plus cheese. Everything is new and improved around here. Except the kids.
Is your dog a lucky dog today?
You've been up in the air for hours. Now you got to make up the time. Aren't you glad Verts has a faster, easier way to rent a car? #1 Club Gold. No paperwork, no stopping at counters, nothing to slow you down.
We're America's dreams.
You go straight to our gold parking area, where your car is waiting, ready to go.
I'm gonna make it.
It's the fastest way to rent a car.
my tongue is tied. It's crazy. Can't walk, can't talk, can't eat, can't sleep. Oh, I'm in love. Oh, I'm in deep. 'Cause baby, with the kiss you can treat me to fantasy. With the touch I completely lose control. All that's left is my strength is a memory. The helpless heart just can't resist their power. You know you got a hold of me. You know you got me where I want to be. 'Cause lover, like a wave, you keep pulling me under. How I'll ever get out of this, I don't know. I just know that there's no way to fight it. When I look at you, when we touch I can't see. When I look in your eyes, when you're next to me, from this love I'm in deep. When I look in your eyes,
for contributing daily to the very best traditions of Italian cooking.
Il mio cagnolino come minimo ha con un asso fa 1000 chilometri. Scusi benzinaio, mi controlli bene l'acqua nelle piante e se l'amore c'è. Ho un amico che ha i capelli con un barboncino tanto ricci che non si sciolgono più. Io ho un amico che è il cugino del nipote del cognato di Topo Gigio. La TV, tu non sai che cos'è? A Parmegiano.
Hipercanal é a única televisão dos anos 90 dedicada exclusivamente à música.